Change of plans. Leave nothing alive.
Alright everyone, how's it going? Ike is back, and first I'd like to start by apologizing for being not recording anything for a while. I've been so busy with life and stuff like that. I haven't really had the time or motivation to do so, but I'm here now, and I'm going to make a fun little video about some of these Coda weapons, because since they came out, I've just been having nothing but fun with most of them. They're all super powerful. And today we're going to talk about the Coda Synapse, the new beam weapon that came out with this update. And my god, is it crazy on like invisibility frames. And I'm going to show you guys just why here right now. So stay tuned and we're going to keep going. Right, so here we are. I'm got the Coda Synapse in my hand. It's stupid how strong this thing is. I absolutely love it. Hopping around, you know. But I'm going to show it off here right now. I'm going to grab some energy too, just to get everything set up. Having some fun with it. I'm going to go to my thing here, and I'm going to go to the weapon. So it works really well with Cyto 9 because, man, it's super powerful with damage amping, and visibility makes this work. So for the build here, as you can see, a primary acuity, and pretty much the whole setup that you'd have for a weak point based build, but instead of running some typical damage mods, I run Spectre Serration and I run Hush, because those two combinations make this weapon do a lot of damage when you're invisible and stealth. Things like Primary Deadhead makes increased special damage, double galvanized status mod because it's really good, and we use Rifle Elementalist too. Some other cool things to note, that I believe that when you run things like the Serration when you're invisible, it makes all your status effects also like scale for that, so that's really busted with the 90% from that from Rifle Elementalist. We also put some crit in there because it has like 120% crit with the critical delay here, with Vital Sense increasing all that extra damage. It just goes insane how much damage this weapon can pump out. It's really good. Now, there's really not much else to say, so we're gonna go to get some examples in here. I'm gonna spawn in like around like 20 of these corrupted heavy gunners here. We're gonna make them Eximus too, because like they're insane. Like this is just gonna really showcase how powerful these are, I guess, even like the higher damaging enemies. So we're gonna just shoot them right here. Even without the invisibility, you can see the damage going kind of, it's really powerful how much damage this thing does. Hitting the red crits too, as you see. Like red crits is for free, for like no reason at all. When you're hitting a weak point, it's absurd how much damage the weapon can pump out. Now I'm just gonna, after reloading it, just keep firing it off. It may not look like much at first, but however, this is again without nothing, and this is like one with less mod. Now when you put that Spectral Serration, you can see just how much more damage this is pulling out here. Absolute absurd damage right now. And I love every moment of this. So you just shoot it, you should blast them right there. Just keep blasting them. Yeah, they just don't live very long with this. And like imagine with like even better aim than I currently do. And then with the Cyto 9 wheel, like for the second ability, you can just give it any element he wants, which further increases how much damage, and also makes it so you can have some flexibility in factions, because you can literally pick any element to kill whatever faction you need to kill. Now we're going to put it back up here, and we're going to shoot it again with the invisibilities, and I put the viral thing just to show a little bit of a showcase on how I can just get free viral stacks. It massively increase the damage, even without my pet priming for me. It just does so much for the build. Where I'm going to show off some other things, some other elements here in a second. But we're going to shoot, we're going to throw in blast. And with blast rounds, we just see, they just explode. Like for no reason. You just shoot a couple of those beams in and like everything around you dies. And it just fills up the invisibility gauge. So you pretty much have really easy ways to keep your invisibility up without needing to rely on hitting good shots with the sniper. To be honest, if you wanted to, you probably didn't even need this Exalted Sniper. You could put some other ability, like maybe another damage amping ability or something. Brick Roar or whatever you wanted. Or if you wanted some kind of more survivability, what I did. And so you could put like another arcane that does damage, you could do that too. The Sniper I just kept in because it was fun, but we're going to talk about the Coda here, the Coda Synapse. Now outside of this build, there's a couple more builds I'm going to show off here. And these builds are kind of without the use of invisibility, so these can be run with other non-invisibility frames. So here they are. Alright, so here we are with the current version. This one is just a weak point. It's basically the same thing as the other build, except I run Seismic Reach for the Exilus, and I run normal Serration, so that way I don't have to rely on being invisible to get the maximum damage this build can put out. So this one can be used for more generic buffing frames, like if you want to run it with, like, let's say a Roar Revenant or like a Nova. You can run this with things like Chroma, anything you want that can buff up the damage a lot, and this will just do an insane amount of extra damage to the enemy. So I'm going to show this off with Nova in this case, and for now we're going to go without the damage from Nova's kit, and you see that it does really good damage on Deadhead. You just see it start shredding everything. Like, they don't even get a chance to live here, because why would you, right? Why would they need a chance to survive with this damage? You see this blow up, and this is like gas, so they take a lot of damage, like a lot. You're like, oh, one enemy survived, they're dead. And these are all like the heavy gunner Eximuses, really tanky enemies normally. Now we're gonna just show off with the Nova here. Now we're gonna show with Nova buffs. We're gonna use the 4th, and it's gonna give them that crazy debuff that increases the damage they take. And then all of a sudden, now you see everything just imploding. They just die really quickly with this one. And it's like insane how much damage this can do. Look at that. Dead. Everything just died there. Now we're gonna go to the other build. Right now. And look at that. We got the multi-shot version. This one is without the need for hitting the weak points, so this one's more for generic use. If you don't want to like aim for the head or anything, you can use this, and then it should do a pretty similar job. Though it does start a little weak because it's not like getting that massive damage spike right away. It's mainly for statuses. So once you start getting the primary Deadhead there to buff up that damage, you're gonna see it starts hitting a lot harder. And with the statuses, they start exploding. So in normal gameplay missions, you'll want to aim for like the weaker enemies to kill them off with Deadhead, and then you gain that. And then you add buffs to it. It doesn't matter if Deadhead would be there or not; it would just still demolish. And you see now it starts exploding more. So this is more like an AOE version of the beam. Very potent. It's very powerful. And this can be used with any Warframe that can buff. And you can even name Warframe that don't buff, but any Warframe you just want to gun with. This thing is very reliable, very powerful. I think it's probably one of the best beam weapons in the game, if not the best. The only other one that could probably even like be relatable is the Glaceon, because of its augment, purely for its augment. And if this thing ever did get an augment, I believe this would be this would push it to another level. Like honestly, like to a whole new level of insanity. But yeah, this is pretty much everything about this build. It's pretty powerful, and I'm really happy to have been able to get this weapon to show you. So if you guys like the content, do leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, with that being said, I will see all of you in the next one. Peace!